Here's the Intimidator 255 IRC. Look how bright that beam is. And it's going all the way across up against there. And that's pretty crisp and clear. And my house is about 30 feet, 40 feet wide. I mean, that's how far I can throw. And imagine that on a truss. I'm trying to simulate the idea of what this would be like on a totem, because I was going to buy a 9-foot, not 9 foot, an 8.2 foot truss along with the base plate and the top plate, and just have this at the top so then I can aim this down on the stage for the staging for the convention. But it's between two designs I have. I'm either going to do the totems, or I want to do, if that's not going to be good enough for a good length or reach, then we can do a truss beam across with the cranks, and then just crank it up, and then they could hang upside down. But it's kind of in the air. But I just want to tell you, like, this is how much, that's just dust in the air. Like, that's what we breathe in. Like, how, put my finger in that. Like, that's how bright it is. And it's just floating around. That is what we breathe in. That is just insane how much dust is coming off of that thing. Is that insane? I think it is. But let's take a look at how bright the light is on the subjects here. It's aiming at my collection here of My Little Pony stuff and my Minecraft stuff. We're gonna look at it for a second, and this is what it's gonna be like if you're on stage. It's gonna be pretty blinding. If you can see, that is pretty bright, and this is why we need it on a totem, because you can obviously look out. It's not blinding me right now because you never want something like this, an IRC Intimidator, looking directly at you, because if you've ever been to a concert or something, you've had this blind you. It's pretty bad. Obviously, you should be looking at the light. I'll put my hand up so I can see. But when you're looking outwards towards the stage, you should be fine. This is not going to be looking at anybody directly like a spotlight would. It would obviously be up at the top to the right of them on a truss beam, and they'd be able to see. But it's pretty freaking bright, as you can see. But hey, you know, when you do a 60-watt LED bulb in a moving intelligent head like the Intimidator 255 RC, it's gonna be bright. Definitely bright. And it's just using a white, and it's still pretty bright to me. And it's still bright even with my hand being in front of it. Look at my hand. That's still pretty bright around that aspect of that shadow. Even me standing here and looking at the stuff, it's still crisp and bright. I'm actually having a headache from looking at that. Don't look into the light, it's bad. But yeah, this is what it's gonna be like for Dokidokon 2018. That's just a little preview what we got going on for the lighting aspect. I'm hoping to do behind the scenes again for 2018, and a little bit of maybe a time lapse so you guys can see what it's like, you know, setting up for next year. But this is a little bit of a testing and messing around with the lights, just get an idea of all the cool stuff you could do with the program. Let me show you real quick what the program is that I'm using for Dokidokon. It's a program by American DJ, but it pretty much has programs, presets for almost every light known to man that's intelligent, that uses DMX, either 512 or usually 512. You could have multiple universes in there, but I've only used one universe in our lighting. Let's take a look at that real quick before I pierce my eyes out. A little bit of nightcore music. Been getting into that a lot. But here it is. It's my DMX2, and it controls everything along with the panning. Full-on lights here. There's a dimmer here, which I could have just dimmed that when I was looking at it, which is actually kind of cool. I was watching it dim. can program it to do whatever you want. This is just freeform messing with it now. Here's your color palette: red, green, pink, yellow, white, rotating of colors, split colors, all your gobos here, your tri-beam. So if you look at it, it's now 3 beams instead of 1. We have a strobe, which is kind of okay. It's really in your face. Some custom things here: resets, turn off strobing. You have several pan macros here, and sound modes, random sound modes, active sound modes. The best thing you want to do is DMX the light yourself to do what you want. And what you can do in here in this application is allow you to create a simulated scene, because it's impossible to really get a full test with lights. Meaning, with the Intimidator that I have, it's great, I have it, and I own it, almost like some people that own maybe 6 to 10 of these things. But you can never set them up in your own place unless you have your own warehouse to do this testing with. So they allow you to have a fake simulation, and you could set it up on the rig and whatever you want it to look like, and you can test the lights and do that stuff. So I might end up doing that to determine how I want to do the lighting for this on-stage anime idol, masquerade, and what do you want to call it? The rave and other things like that. Do some of my own presets, which is what you can design in the scene builder here, save it, and then you can run it in the live mode here. But it's pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and obviously the brightness of this crazy freaking cool light. And that does it here for me, DJ Invasion 21, most known as the audio tech lead for Dokidokon. Hope to see you there, guys, next year. Hope you liked the little preview, and yeah, signing off. See what kind of cool, awesome tech that will be there for next year. Peace.